All right, everybody. So here's the deal, right? You're in your home, right? And you hear somebody walking around inside the house. Well, let me tell you something. At that point, it might be too late to be able to really save what's going on inside your house, whether your belongings or your family. What you want to do is protect your house from the outside. And that's what the PS8, where are you? There you are. That's what the PS8 is all about. I'm going to have John is sticking around with us for this. I'm going to have him explain it to you. I'd love to take your testimonials if you own this product. And here's what we've got today. Best price anywhere in the country.
You can't
for the
get a buy
two-pack.
like this.
Yeah, we have a 2-pack for $99.95, and we have the single for $59. That's $20 off the single, $30 off the 2-pack. It is amazing. John,
well,
we need this product.
Here's the deal. Of course, Akos Shankura. You know Akos. He is the solution. As a matter of fact, you know what? He's watching us today from Budapest, Hungary.
My boy.
I know he is. Yeah, he was going to be watching.
Yep.
But when he found a guy, Peter Banks, that created this uses spy versus spy technology. It's one of the most unusual technologies that you'll ever think of, because this actually keeps somebody from getting inside your house. Most burglar alarms or any type of alarm system that you might have, it only goes off. What happens? When they're through the door, when they're already through the window. How would you like it if somebody just even touches your window, or maybe grasps the handle of a door and all of a sudden the lights come on? Maybe perhaps the radios come on. This is the most unique technology in the marketplace today. It uses infrasonic waves. Now, what an infrasonic wave is, this is going to be the science part of this. Akos, you'd expect, right? So, I mean, with infrasonic waves, what happens is it's like a balloon. The outside of your house is a shell. So when you push a balloon on one side, what happens? The other side responds, right? That's an infrasonic wave. Your house does the same thing. So when somebody touches a window, it's like pushing it. And that infrasonic wave sets off the PS8.
It can sense it. That's how sensitive this thing is. And we basically plug our electronics into the PS8 and then into the wall. So it'll turn on our stereo.
Absolutely.
It'll turn on your lights. I mean, think about that. You got a guy outside, right? And he's looking around your house. He puts one finger on your house, and the lights turn on.
Well,
I mean, it's brilliant.
Here it is, and we'll show you how this works. Because basically, every one of the PS8s has a plug. Well, one plug-in, you plug in a wall.
Yep.
So there's no installation for this. You don't have to go out and have somebody install it into your house. Or better yet, like some of the systems that are out in the marketplace, you have a monthly fee. You have a credit check. Not with this. All you do is buy one, you plug it in. Now, what we've done is we've actually put in, because I want multiple things to go off when somebody's outside my house.
Right.
So what we've done is we plugged in a radio, we plugged in a couple lights. So that unexpected light coming on for somebody outside, they're going to think somebody knows they're out there, right? Right. So what we did is we plugged it, and you can actually do this, you can actually plug a power strip into the unit, you plug it into the wall. Now, when I do this, guess what happens? This is going to map out my entire house. In 30 seconds, it's going to map out every wall, every window, every door, even every crevice. I mean, it's going to know your house inside and out in about 30 seconds. And what that means is if somebody comes to your door, now let's say perhaps you have an office in the back of your house, or maybe on the second floor, and the UPS man comes, knocks on the door, and then you're home, but maybe he doesn't know that because you didn't answer the door. Your lights would actually come on the moment he knocks on the door, right?
Yep.
So you would know immediately. But better yet, if you're late at night or during the day and somebody tries to tap on your window or somebody's trying to move into your door, you could have it actually set up by your office or in your back bedroom where a light comes on immediately.
Perfect. Yep.
So now you're going to know that there's somebody at the door. Now what I'm going to do, since it's already scanned our windows, it's scanned our doors. What if I were someone that was, well, a no-do-gooder? Is that even a word?
Yeah, that's good enough.
But it'll be a good word. It'll be a word for right now. But if I'm a no-do-gooder and I'm looking, oh, there's Guy. Hey, Guy, what's going on? But if as soon as I hit this window and I'm going to break it, look at what happens.
All the lights
come on. Everything comes on in the house.
Wow.
And immediately, what do you get? What's a no-good-doer going to do?
You run like you know what, which is exactly. Well, because you know he'll go to the other houses that maybe don't have a system set up like that. That's the biggest thing. You see lights on in a house, you're not going there. Why would you?
That's the peace of mind factor. Because I know that there are a lot of you. Now, Guy and I, we've worked late night on HSN. We've been, home late at night. And when you come home late at night, what's it like? Do you trip over things because there's no lights on? How would you like to be able to have your house hug you, welcome you home? Because the moment you put your key in the door, the lights come on. I mean, literally, you open the door, everything you can see. It's absolutely the most wonderful thing to feel, that security kind of feeling when you open your door. But also, too, remember, you plug it in, And in 30 seconds, it's going to map out our house. So every door, every window, no matter whether you're upstairs or downstairs. Now, what I would recommend, if you have a 2-story home and maybe your office or your bedroom is in the back of the house, get 2 of these. One by the front window or right in the living room where the lights can come on, and then one in your room. Because remember, those infrasonic waves travel from the front of the house to the back of the house, from the side of the house to the roof and the back. I mean, no matter where you are in your house, that literally is it's like putting the shields up.
It is. And you know what I love, John? There's no install here, okay? You don't have to have anybody come out to your house.
Didn't take us very long to do.
You can do this all by yourself. So if you're a senior friend out there and maybe you don't have a security system, and when you come home, you want the lights to go on just by putting your key in the door. When you touch that key to the lock, that's enough of a movement to set off those pressure waves, which will set everything on in your house. So whether it's a light, whether it's a radio, it could be anything. It could be a spotlight, it could be an emergency light. Whatever you decide on whatever level, it's going to turn them on for you. By the way, I encourage you to get the 2-pack. It's the best price and ever anywhere in the country that you will find it. Even if you've seen it on an infomercial, they're doing 1 for $99. We're doing 2 for $99. So now you can put one, if you live in a larger home, you can put one upstairs. You could put one in the garage. You know, a lot of people will break in through your garage, and you could have a spotlight hooked up to that, and then suddenly it's going to go off. So here's John.
I could be back in the window, but what if I'm the UPS guy? Or better yet, I'm just trying to get into your door. Let's do this. So I'm at the door. I didn't see anybody in the window. So as soon as I open that door, look what happens.
Everything turned on again.
If I'm a no-do-gooder, I'm not coming through the door.
Yeah.
I am running as fast as I possibly can.
Listen, this is such a great solution and such an easy way to be able to protect yourself. Even if you already have an existing alarm system, I doubt that it has pressure technology built into it. It may have a visual alert. It could have, you could have a smoke alert, things like that.
There's a great story about that.
But not something like this.
We actually had a chance to talk to one of the most notorious jewel thieves ever. Okay, now he's completely reformed now. He actually gives seminars on security in your home. And what he said he liked about this most of all, even if you had a home security system, it's the fact that you're actually getting somebody before they break the window, before they come in the door. And you know what? Somebody just opened the door in the studio.
Yeah.
You always try to keep it off. I mean, it not just mapped out these windows and these doors, but it just mapped the doors.
It could have been Diana Perkovic that set it off.
She wouldn't even have to come in the door. I mean, you would just sense that she's there. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh. But it does work.
It's good to know, though, that it's that sensitive. You know what I mean? I mean, I want that. I don't want somebody scratching around.
And that's a studio size.
Yeah.
And it was able to sense the doors opening up. Whether you have someone who lives alone, or maybe you yourself are worried about your family when you're gone or away, or better yet, maybe during the day when you're there by yourself. You just want to have that feeling of security, and that's what the PS8 actually does. Now, we plugged ours back in, and while we're talking, it's mapping out the house, it's going every window, every door, every crevice. So if I'm outside of a guy's window, and all of a sudden, all I have to do is touch it, just like that,
and it all
break the window,
on.
and everything comes on.
All right, listen, guys, very busy right now. Only got a couple of thousand of these to go around with only 5 minutes remaining. So the best deal is to buy 2. The 2-pack is selling fastest. You know what? If you've got a bigger house, and I would say if you have a 2,000 square foot house, it'd be good to have one on one level and on the next level. Somebody might try to, somebody could scale up the drain pipe, try to come in one of those windows. This gives you that protection. And remember, all you need to do is plug it in. There's no install. There's no monthly fee. Once you own this, you are taking the steps to protect yourself and your family.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. I mean, when I was a news guy many, many years ago, in news radio a long time ago, when I talked to the local law enforcement officials and the sheriff's department, one of the things they said is that unexpected movement, that light, if that happens when a burglar's trying to break into your home, it's enough to scare them away. I mean, usually they're not going to try to break in any further when they hear that there's a noise. So when you take this and you put this into any plug, any outlet that you have, and you plug in a light, you plug in a stereo, or like we did, we actually plugged this into a plug strip, so you actually put several different things that could turn on. The moment you're outside, and if you're a no-do-gooder, you are literally not going to stay inside the house.
And John, there are times when you're so vulnerable, when you think about it. I think about this, and ladies, maybe you're in your bathroom, you're taking a shower, right? You're not available to see who's outside. You're not available to be able to, set up any kind of a way to protect yourself. This is going to do it for you. So imagine again, you're sitting there, right? You're sitting relaxing, having a cup of coffee, and you never know who's going to come. Look, we have.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
All you have to do.
Excuse me, I would like to break in.
You can't.
Is that coffee I see on the table? Is that coffee over there?
Yes, come around the other side. Come into the house.
Oh, you mean the door's open?
Yeah, so, guys, listen, protect yourself. You never know when somebody well, if Diana comes in, you can, look, she just set it off.
Oh.
She opened the door and set it off.
But she's a welcome guest.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, I just had to come and see
so
what this was all about.
Yeah.
And John Cremeans here with us.
Of course, like the silver fox.
Hey, can I, honestly though, if you came home and the lights turned on when you put your key in the door, wouldn't that be cool?
I think so.
I mean, just to make you feel protected, make you feel
Totally,
safe.
especially when there's all kinds of weirdos looking in the window.
Guys like this.
Come on, seriously.
All right, guys, thank you for letting me come and play.
What do you have coming up?
I have Signature Club A.
Oh,
we have 2 hours with Adrian.
Awesome.
We've got the Today Special. We'll hear more about that in a minute, but don't let me interrupt
you're
you,
so
gentlemen.
sweet.
Bye, everybody.
She's welcome anytime.
Just think about how secure she would feel, though.
Hey, look, so here it is. So maybe you come into your house, look, lights on when you get there. You talked about getting a hug. That's the equivalent.
It's a welcoming home.
I don't want to walk into a dark room when I come into my house. It's especially like you said with you and I. We work in the middle of the night. You come home late, and it could be, hey, you had a great night out, you're having fun, but you live in an apartment, right?
Who wants to trip over a bunch of things you can't see?
Dude, I know. It's
and then how many times have we done that? But see, that's what happens. This is, once again, if you're just tuning in, this is one of the most remarkable welcome home devices that have been known in this industry. Using spy versus spy technology, you plug in a light, plug in a stereo, and if somebody touches the window, they touch a door, it's an infrasonic wave. It's just like when you push on one side of a balloon and something else happens on the other side. Those waves set this off. So we just plug this in. It's now mapped every window, every door of your home. Imagine that. You're in the back bedroom. Maybe you're in an upstairs bedroom, and somebody's knocking on the door. Or better yet, somebody breaks into your house from the back side, and you want to be able to know. Plug into a light by your desk, or better yet, if it's a window and you're in there and you're having, what's kind of cool about this is even if you're having a party on the inside of the house, it's not going to set this off. Right. It's only when somebody goes.
It's only
tries to break the window, right?
Remember, it creates that bubble on the outside, so you don't have to worry about what's going on inside the house. And man, what a great way! And the biggest point that John was talking about that we bring up is once they're inside, it's already probably too late.
It's too late.
This stops them from getting in. This pushes them away. This scares them away before they even get in. And what's the natural reaction, right? You go over and if you're a bad guy and something hits and a light turns on, you're not sticking around because it happens immediately. It's not like a timer, which they can figure out goes off at a certain time. They come up and they touch it. It turns on. I just did it again.
Well, you hit the wall
instantly.
See, but that could be the outside of your house.
Yeah.
Because remember, this actually scans the entire house. It's like putting the shields up. Like you're the captain of the Enterprise saying, Scotty, put the shields up. And you have every part of your home being secure. It's the best way to welcome you home, especially if you have a late night worker or you're home by yourself. Somebody comes to that window or door. Maybe it's a UPS guy bringing a package from HSN.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to wait for him to come back because you're going to know he's here.
And by the way, the 2-pack is the better deal. You get 2 for $99 or you get the 1 for $59.
Yeah, the infomercial will get one of these for $99.
I know. So you're getting 2 for 1 versus the infomercial price. So grab it. And we only have a couple of hundred left of the single. John, good to see you.